I am Hatonn, and I greet you in the love and the light of our infinite Creator. May we welcome those who have joined this group this evening. Our hearts are blessed, and we rejoice that we may once again speak with you through this instrument to share the blessings of communication and camaraderie. You are aware, of course, that we are with you, if you so desire, that we are aware that, on the other hand, it is very helpful to hear our thoughts and to feel the force of them as you would a conversation with a friend, rather than with an inner voice. We gaze now at the topic which we would choose to speak with you about this evening, and we find ourselves discarding many. We would speak to you of the one original thought of the infinite Creator, that great and powerful thought of love, which is the foundation of the creation, and indeed is the creation. But we find that you have been working with this concept for some time. Our thoughts moved into the topic of light, the manifestation of love, and we would give you information upon how to become a more radiant being, how to manifest love in your life in the service of others. But we find that you have taken this up, each one of you, and have embraced it and have pursued service to others. We then bethink ourselves of meditation, for it is most important that all outer work be founded, strengthened, undergirded, and covered with the armor of the contact within, in silence, which meditation offers. And we could abjure you to be more faithful in your meditations, and yet we find that indeed each is pursuing a path in which meditation plays some part, and in which the individual is already attempting to make use of meditation. We have not run out our chain of conversation with you. We gaze at the possibility of speaking with you about the unity of all creation, and we find once again that each of you works with this concept. Indeed, we find that we must speak with you about the nature of creation as you find it at this particular point in your experience. Many times the metaphor of the way, the path, or the road has been used to describe the journey of a metaphysical seeker. It is far too often assumed that this path, in addition to being narrow, stony, difficult, and winding, is the same path as that of your neighbor. Therefore, we would examine the idea of your journey. Indeed, the central metaphor that links your illusion with reality is the journey. You have launched yourself into a journey, and in common with all of your peoples, you are journeying. You do not journey down a common path except insofar as all of creation is fundamentally one, for you are unique. The lessons that you have before you are unique. The gifts that you are given to take with you are unique, and companions who you choose are uniquely your own. The name of every road is love, but there are no markers. We ask you to move in imagination from the metaphor of a journey upon land where in the dust you may see at least the footprints of those who have gone before you, to the journey upon the sea. Sit in your wooden boat and listen to the timbers creak, and guard well your weather, for this is your boat, this is your path, this is your journey. The ocean is trackless, merciless, and secretive. What you have to guide you are things that seem very far away as the stars. You have your ideals, your desires, your seeking. From those you must estimate what sea lane you shall travel. Your journey is a moonlit one, a perpetual shadowland which only by the greatest of purity of effort can you brighten into a brighter light. When you strike land, you do not know what the treasure is. You must explore. You do not know if this is the island of your treasure. You do not even know precisely what the treasure may appear to be. And so you sit and listen to the timbers creak and hope for a good wind, and you hone your desire as sharp as a new minted knife, that you might sniff the freshening breezes of seeking and cast yourself once again into your journey. This is the inner work. This will continue. Your refinements done in moonlight have virtue because you are acting within such heavy illusion. When you have prepared yourself and listened and smelled and seen through meditation and the sharpening of the desire to seek the truth, you will find yourself at the end of this incarnation gazing back over your sea voyage with joy indeed, for great progress is made in difficulty and little in times of ease and repletion. So get used to the feel of the harsher ropes as you cast off, adjusting yourself to the smell and the sound of devotion. There it is that you wish to go, far from comfort, far from safety, entirely at risk, seeking the one treasure. We would not let this image pass without speaking of that which balances all of the hardships of the sailor's travels. For when good souls meet together, do they not always throw a party? Suddenly, many times in your incarnation, you shall come across festivities, and you shall feel free, and make merry and rejoice. And this is a gift given only to those who seek. You might simply glance in another's eye and know that you are seeking in deep water together. It does not take much to make a party when two souls recognize one another. Much of what you experience in positivity and joy at a meeting such as this one has to do with the seemingly unlikely possibility that those in deep water and completely alone could suddenly happen onto a party. And yet, where you are gathered, the great light shines, joy is felt, love is shared. Each is strengthened and does indeed make merry, and so grace the one infinite Creator with the lightsome laughter and the lifted cheer. My friends, no matter what the situation in the illusion, we urge you to do two things. Seek the Creator with a whole heart and a desire to know in order to serve, and wait for a party. Wait for joy. It has been written in your holy work, called the Bible, weeping may spend the night, but joy will come in the morning. The metaphysical sea is awash with salt tears, but there is no lack of joy. Therefore, comfort yourself, and above all, continue your voyage with as much dedication as you may find within you. Precisely this much, no more and no less. Daily meditation has as one of its most important aspects the regulating of your seeking. For you, as all entities who are conscious, go through seasons, and you are not always the same in your strength, in your faith, and in your will. In your meditation, therefore, fill yourself with that love which is unlimited, but allow that same intelligence to inform the voyage. If your will lacks, allow the sails to go slack, and do the work that is required to restore them to will, hope, and faith. Do not abandon your boat. We strongly suggest you remain on board that great platform of yourself.